Amerson, I think, is one of the parks in our community that just connects everybody. It doesn't matter where you come from or what you're doing or where you're going. Everybody enjoys Amerson Park. When the invasive species are here, they're basically taking up the real estate that some of our native species could be growing. So if you think about it from the ground up, that impacts the insects that are eating on it or not eating on it, which impacts the birds, which, you know, it potentially impacts the whole food chain, one way or the other. And it's blocking out light for the native plants. The privet and the tallow trees and things like that, they just completely take over. The whole patch right here is privet, all this little shrubby stuff. The technique we're going to use on Saturday is going to be, we're just going to get folks to clip it off at the ground, and some of our partners are going to spray brush killer on the stump. So it's very targeted herbicide applications. We're not putting herbicides all over the environment. We're going to spray it right here. So that's going to go down into the roots. Fall's a good time of year to do treatments like this, because the sap's going back down into the roots. If you float down the old Muggy, you see all these beautiful trees, but it is just tallow tree after tallow tree after tallow tree. So it's really hurting the diversity of the plants in those areas where the invasive plants are. That's why it's called the popcorn tree, is the seed. Pretty tree. It was brought here because of its ornamental value, but now it's in a lot of the natural areas. ELAEAGNUS, which a lot of people plant in their yard and plant for hedges, it's pretty invasive. Once it gets the fruit on it, the birds eat the fruit and they'll fly across the way and make more ELAEAGNUS plants all over the place. So it's really the numbers of the invasive plants as they take over an area. This one here by itself, not that big of a deal, but if it forms into a thicket, that's where the problems start. The area behind the rocks, all this was cleared out by an Eagle Scout doing an Eagle Scout project, so you can kind of see the contrast between all the thick privet versus a little bit more open. Part of us enjoying the park, I think, is to give back some to our community and help keep it as beautiful as we can.